You're dead right. 1,609 meters ahead of him. You could hear a pin drop in this facility right now. There's not a breath of wind. It's still, it's humid out there. 13 men are going to take to the track. I haven't mentioned Ben Claridge, the pacemaker. He's one of the best in the business at this. He's a superb athlete in his own right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we get that clock on screen as well. We do. So Claridge is just going to ease his way round to the front of this field and shrink things out. And it's a tough position for Meslick to be in for me. Those green lights are going to be, we just spoke to Tom Barrett, race director, around about that 58.5 kind of tempo. But yeah, tough position for Meslick to be in. All eyes on him. Pressure's on him, I'd say, and he's got some great talent behind him who can, if he's not on his day, actually do him over.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's always a very challenging position to step into when you're coming onto a race start line with one with such focus like this one. It's so iconic, but of course that pressure can make diamonds, as they say, and you never know what could come out of it.
Oh, it sure can. So look at that 300-meter split. Well, just over, because that's 1,609-meter start. They're moving very well at the moment. And the crowd, the energy they're giving off. And look at this. This is the sight I love to see over previous editions as well. They flock from one straight to another. They're well inside 60 seconds on lap one. I had them at sort of 58 high, 59 through the 400-meter split. I know they're going to have to run a little bit further, and it's James Young who is in behind Meslick at the moment. He comes into this in good form. I mentioned Steve Cram's now coaching him. He's working with him. He's 13.50 in Armagh. His strength's in a good place. Fourth at those British Indoor Championships over 3,000 metres. Seems to be the only man, as well as his Ole Miss teammates, who want to go with Meslick. Little gap back to Bracken and Crauken sitting in fourth as well, and then it starts the bunch.
It's an interesting tactic as well, always not athletes deciding whether to go with the pace or not, and you've got to decide in a mile, have you got long enough to pick the pace back up? Have you got time to repair those mistakes if you sit off the pace too much? Sometimes you see athletes talk about them committing to the pace early on, not letting the damage be done should it go too below pace, and these top two really have committed and gone with it.
Well, they have indeed. The third lap is what counts. Third lap, let's see what happens. 2:01 for the pack at 800. That is very much doable. I mean, Bannister himself was 3:01 at the 1,200 meter mark. He closed in at 59. I expect to see something well inside 60 seconds for the majority of these men in this race over the final lap. What can Meslick and Young do here? Ben Claridge done a phenomenal job leading them out. He's going to get them to a K. Can we see? I mean, track record might be a tall order, but don't put it past Meslick with a 3:33 1,500. He's a phenomenal athlete. He checks the wrong side there as James Young swings onto his right-hand side, not his left. So, and you can see, oh God, we got a great race for third as well. Will they find themselves on the heels of Young, though? Wharton looks like he's run wide the whole way. Bless him at this stage, but he's a gutsy performer. And as I say, that swings round to the front. He's had enough.
These two leads away. Meslick and Young looking so strong, really having committed early and gone with the pace. Keep an eye on the clock. 2:58 through 1,200 metres.
Oh, I don't want to say anything just yet, but for me, that 4-minute mark's getting obliterated as a Meslick and Young pour it on down the back straight. So does Wharton. He's in fine form. Tiernan Crauken, almost polar opposites, towering above him as well. These guys are fighting for their very first sub-4 miles, some of them at least, and Meslick and Young are just kicking for home. We're going to see these boys on the domestic circuit, Meslick on the international circuit throughout the year as well. Young with his coach Steve Cram, British record holder, watching on. What can he produce over this final 150 metres?
Something special is about to happen here at Iffley Road as Meslick and Young round the final bend into the home straight, looking so strong. Meslick's opened up a gap now of just a couple of metres heading down the home straight.
Oh, he's put on a show here at Iffley Road. He gets the crowd going as well. He needs to move. We could see a track record here from Osama Meslick. 3:55. That would do it all right. How many men can we get sub for? 4 minutes on the clock. Oh, Alex Gruen of Oxford's just going to miss it as well. PBs all round.